And now I want to turn the time over for a few minutes here to Jeff Solberg, who is an individual who has also benefited from this technology. And you can see up here side by side of Jeff's current prosthesis versus his previous prosthesis that was laminated out of carbon fiber to have a perspective of what we're talking about here. So Jeff.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks everyone for being here. So, what's the most used limb on your body? Your fingers. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, you're using them. And back to the numbers on impairments. So, I'll start with a total leg impairment rating. Total body is 40%. So on mine, of which I've had 3 impairment ratings done, I'm 60% hand. I'm 56% upper body. I'm 38% total body. I'm 5% off a leg. Yet, we look at everything by size. So this 3D printed frame that I'm wearing right now is my 4th frame. I've had 3 of the carbon fabricated, and I've been wearing them for 6.5 years now. My first one, basically, my finger movement was that. It was so restricted. And from day number 1, I was sitting there, I'm a machinist, that's how I lost my fingers. I was sitting there looking at them going, can we put a hinge here and a hinge back here so I can get more cupping out of it, trying to figure things out. And with each one, they got a little bit better and a little bit more movement. We cut a few more windows or opened things up, thinned it out. I broke things. It's what it was. Then in January, I got this 3D printed one in Dallas. And up to that time, I would wear mine for a few hours and then I'd take it off, give it a break. And another thing, every single one of the carbon fabricated ones fit different. And another thing, as prosthetists, you ask us, and I'm gonna make a statement, you don't know what you don't know. You'd ask, how's it fit? Yeah, it works, okay. I get home, start doing stuff, and one of them hurt a little bit here, one hurts a little bit here. They all changed over time. And then I get this one in January, and the first thing was the fit. I put it on, and there are several people here in the room that were standing there that night, and I just get this big smile on my face because it feels like a tailored glove. It fits my hand. Beautiful. And then I went to Walmart because I'm a machinist, work for oil refinery. I have to wear gloves, and that's been my worst nightmare. Is I've always had to have them modified to fit my carbon frames. I walked in Walmart, walked to the glove aisle, pulled a pair of gloves off the shelf, and put it on. I started crying. That in itself was amazing. But then, since I get up, I shower, I put this frame on, and I will wear it until 10 o'clock at night when I go to bed. I mountain bike, I road bike, I kayak, I do it all. You know, I'll be kayaking for several hours, paddling. You know, I get through, yeah, I take it off for 30 minutes. Let my hand cool down a little bit. That's about it. Now, back to you don't know what you don't know. Last week we put a new silicone pad on, and Chris had my frame for a week and I had to go back to previous model. The next day I send him a text, FYI, pardon my French, but this frame sucks. Hurry, please. And that was what it was every day. Just a little poke, prod, in a sense. I do not want to go back to the carbon fabricated. This thing fits so good. I wear it all the time, and before, I looked at my frame, my prosthetic, as a tool. Something to make my life better. In the last 8 months now, wearing this all the time, I look and it feels like an extension of my body. I have become so reactive with it. I can sit here and carry on a conversation and I will start to position, reaching for something, and I use whatever. If you're in arm span, you might get a slight little tap from me, pre-positioning to reach and grab something. But it literally is an extension of my body now. And the most amazing thing, coming from the end user, look to the future in 3D printing.
So why go digital with digits? You just heard Jeff's story. It really does change people's lives. We can create a precise, tailored design. We're able to vary the wall thickness wherever we want to, so that we can control the material properties and characteristics so that they function the way that we want to. It doesn't have to be rigid. It just has to be strong in the right places. It's reproducible, so next time Jeff needs one, we'll just print another one. It's lightweight, flexible, and another cool thing that we haven't even had the chance to really talk about is the alignment. We can precisely align the fingers and modify that. We can swap fingers out digitally and show you what that would look like and make adjustments to the changes, and you can't do that with our traditional methods. So I thank you all for coming here today and to learn a little bit about our journey and why we're doing what we're doing, and happy to entertain any questions that you may have.